Coach, thank you very much for your time. 2-1 loss. Your assessment of the game, please.
Yeah, listen, we went in the game for the first half an hour. They started off much better than us. They had better fighting spirit. You could see they had they wanted to win. There was that desire. Obviously, these 3 points were most valuable for them. They're fighting for their lives, and we warned our players about these situations. So not starting off well obviously put us in the back foot. And then we conceded for me what I would say is a soft goal, and then the second goal from a corner as well. And then we were chasing. Fortunately, the second half, the guys came out fighting, and credit to them because at least we got a goal back. But it wasn't enough on a day like this against a very gutsy performance from Pretoria Callies, and we just went up to them. We went up to the fights, and that makes it a bit difficult.
Coach, a different game in the second half. You came out guns blazing. You were able to get the goal. What changed? What is it? Was it a tactical approach that changed, or what did you say at halftime for that performance?
It's called attitude. This league and any league, when you play football, you got to have the attitude. You want to play professional football, you got to show up every day and perform. And we weren't doing that first half. The second half, obviously, we addressed it. We spoke to the guys. We said, guys, they were first to the ball. They competed. They were more competitive in everything they did, and we were second to everything. Now, when you're second to everything, you're going to chase the results. And I think the players realised that if you want to succeed, you need to fight. You need to be competitive, and I think that's what changed the second half.
In the second half, coach, you got the first goal. You drew in Musonda, you drew in Mudau, whom you also took out. At some point, Muse was on the right, came central. Where exactly do you want him, and where do you think he's most of a threat for your team?
At this stage, we're still trying to find the best position for him. He's got a lot of pace, but pace alone is not enough. You need to be technically a good player. You need to know what you're doing with the ball. So we kept changing him to see if he could create something on either side. But it's difficult, when your first pass goes astray, when you give the ball away to the opposition. Obviously, it affects you as a player. Your confidence drops, and we were chasing the results, so it becomes difficult. So that's why we kept saying, change, move there, to see if we could unlock something special in him, because all he needs is a moment in the game, and then he'll come alive again. But it just didn't work, and I think obviously chasing the result, people are anxious, it becomes difficult.
With Augusto leading the attack, does it make it difficult for you to throw in Museu as a 9 where he's most dangerous and can score goals?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we're trying to get the best combinations and also the best out of the players. So that's why we play with 3 up front. They can move around, but Augusto, obviously, with his pace and aggression, he is a bit more central, and I think this is where he belongs. He can also play in the wing, but I think Museu, that's why at one stage we put Museu up front as well to see if he's there, what can he do. But it just wasn't working out, And also the midfield, we weren't firing on all cylinders. We were lacking some sense of urgency. We were second to the ball. The passes were going astray. We lacked fluidity in the game, and that's all due to the first half an hour, the first half. So,
Coach, those 2 goals you conceded. The one was a cross, Sebo was alone the player, free header, and again the corner, another free header. Are you concerned with that, given that you have the aerial strength in defence with Tendo and Fagute, but you are unable to get close to the man, you're able to intercept those balls?
Yeah, it's no point having aerial strength and you don't do your job. People need to realise in the box it's man-to-man marking. You need to know when there's opposition, you need to pick up a jersey, and you need to be aggressive, and you need to get the ball before he does. So those are things that centre-backs need to know from a very young age. That's drilled into them, and you can never undermine the opposition in the box. And I think that was lacking first half. Second half, we came to the party. We were a bit more aggressive, started winning more aerial balls, but we were chasing. They were leading, we were chasing.
Coach, in the 54th minute, you brought in Mudau. 88th minute, you took him out. What was that about?
Right, just didn't have a good game. And I'm not the type of coach who will ever play. If he's not having a good game, I'll take him off again. We know what we want, and you got to compete. If sometimes you don't have a good game, but at least you have a fighting spirit and you're competing for everything. It just was one of those days that it didn't go well for me.
This defeat, what does it mean to your ambitions of getting back to the Premiership?
Yeah, listen, obviously it's a punch in the stomach. There's no doubt about that. I mean, we are deflated because we lost 2-1, and we have ambitions to get into playoffs. And obviously this puts us on the back foot now. We've got 11 games to go, and every game now becomes even more important than the next one. So we have to fight, and we need fighters now. You know, this game's not about pretty football. We need soldiers and guys who can go there and are willing to give it all on the field.